All right, so we are live on Facebook. Shabnam, you can start off.
Very well.
Good evening, everyone, and welcoming all of you to today's launch event of Sahas Pune chapter, a great initiative by International Institute of Hotel Management and supported and driven from the front by our chief mentor, Dr. Suborno Bose. So on behalf of Dr. Bose, campus director, Mr. Rupendra Singh Khurana, and all the family members of Team Pune, we welcome all of you to this launch event of Sahas Pune chapter. To open up the event, may I now request our director, Mr. Khurana, to welcome all of you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Amandeep and Shabnam. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the launch ceremony of Sahas Pune chapter. I would like to welcome all our advisors for taking time out from their busy schedule to join us today for the launch. They say entrepreneurship in India is shifting from the informal sector to the formal sector, thanks to the various steps initiated by the government, banks, and other institutions connected with the development of formal entrepreneurial sector. Richard Branson, a business magnate, investor, author, and founder of the Virgin Group, once said, entrepreneurship is about turning what excites you in life into capital so that you can do more of it and move forward with it. We at IIHM have always been focused on creating better opportunities for our students and the economy. One such initiative is the entrepreneurship cell, Sahas. Sahas is a unique initiative by the International Institute of Hotel Management, which will serve as a social forum for the entrepreneurial community. It will be bringing together aspiring entrepreneurs, startups, successful entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, and academicians on a common platform to interact and help build a successful enterprise. Sahas will strive to impart formal training to building entrepreneurs as well as those who plan to expand their activities. Steve Jobs, an American business magnate who went on to co-found Apple, once said, I'm convinced about half of what separates a successful entrepreneur from the non-successful one is pure perseverance. I would like to now invite someone who is a great visionary, educationalist, and the architect of modern hospitality education, a real youth icon and the greatest inspiration for me, none other than Dr. Suborno Bose, founder and chief mentor of IIHM and IndiSmart Global. Welcome, Dr. Bose.
Yeah, very good afternoon to all of our team members, Board of Advisor for the Sahas initiative of Pune, all the faculty members, students who are the major stakeholder, and directors of the IIHM campus, and friends. I've got many friends out here, could see. So it's such a great honor to be with all of you today, although on the virtual platform, and to talk about what has been a very interesting and very exciting thing for all of us, the spirit of entrepreneurship. And we at IIHM are absolutely obsessed to promote this spirit of entrepreneurship among our students. We have been thinking for last 1 year actually quite seriously, but obviously there has been circumstances, and I think the present circumstances possibly pushed us to fast track this into the reality. And today, as we are talking, all our 8 campuses, there's 8 campuses who are going to be the inauguration of this Sahas chapter in Pune. So let me tell you also what Sahas is all about. Sahas is not a statement. Sahas is not a statement. It is not even a venture. I mean, to me and to all the team members of IIHM, Sahas is a dream we all dream together. Sahas is a reality, which is the epitome of the spirit of entrepreneurship. And Sahas is much more than just going out there and doing something. Sahas is all about courage. It is to not just foster the spirit of entrepreneurship, but also to celebrate entrepreneurship. And I believe that in today's world, more especially, nothing is more important than this, where the spirit of entrepreneurship must prevail and our young minds must come forward and do something with the huge amount of passion with their ideas to come and do something of their own. Sahas is courage, we all know. Sahas is the fire in the belly. Sahas is a burning passion to succeed and doing business something of your own. Sahas is the impatience of the young mind, and more so doing something in very challenging time like now. And Sahas is the start of an entrepreneurial journey for the youngsters. Sahas is that indomitable spirit that we want to inculcate among our students to become indomitable entrepreneur. And Sahas is a journey where you can go from one pillar of failure to another pillar of failure to yet another pillar of failure to the ultimate goal of success. Sahas is all about this guts, grit, and grime, and then the journey to glory. So Sahas is something extremely exciting for all of us. Sahas is something we are absolutely obsessed with in terms of inculcating among our young students. And in a young mind, we want them to think the unthinkable, think the most weirdest of ideas, and to do something which will never really thought somebody that is possible. So go for the impossible, and we are actually looking for our students to be impatient, to be impossible doer, and to come with that kind of infectious enthusiasm and passion to do something of their own. And we are here, and I'm really grateful to the advisory board for being with us to guide them and to make sure that if there is a roadblock, if there is a hole, as somebody told yesterday, we are like our traffic lights. We can always get the traffic lights up and down for them to show them that, well, be careful there. Maybe you can have a little help there. And I'm so happy to say that to make this happen, we have created a very small corpus fund of 1 crore from the IIHM Sahas fund, which is a small startup fund for our student. But within the next 6 months, we are going to put in a total funding of 5 crore as a startup Sahas corpus, which will go for the promoting our student as the startup capital as and when required. And obviously, there will be process for it, and the advisory council and our financial council will vet the project. But there is a 5 crore of corpus, because for any startups, and there are so many entrepreneur friends sitting here, I could see the one problem which we all face or used to face in our time is the money. So there are some fund at least available for the great ideas, for the right ideas, and for the ideas that what I say is a real entrepreneurial one. To me, I think when I was about 23-year-old trying to make my way to entrepreneur, and somebody told me that an idea converted into an invoice is what business is. Even today, I believe that it's the execution, it is the implementation of that idea that's important. You can have a 1 million idea, but whether you can actually convert the idea into reality, whether that idea can translate into an invoice, it's what it really is all about entrepreneurship. It's all about that courage to come. It's all about that IIHM's tagline, the hashtag dare to do. We want to push that indomitable dare to do spirit among all our students so that they come forward, and instead of doing something which is relatively possibly easy, they come to a little hard, I'll say a lot of hardship, a lot of hard work, and also a very, very lonely world of walking the entrepreneurship journey, because entrepreneurship journey can be quite hard. It can be quite tough. But then we are not looking for easygoing people. We're looking for tough students who can actually walk the journey, because it's a journey of the life. It's a journey that can bring success to them. It's a journey that can bring them wealth. It's a journey that can bring value on the table. And we want all our students to walk the journey of courage, a journey of Sahas, a journey of being an entrepreneur. So with that, I wish everybody absolutely super duper success for this initiative from Pune. And as I always say, money is important, but sometimes money is least important. If you have got a great idea, if you have got that passion, if you have got that absolutely single-minded, indomitable focus, I'm sure that we can do that together. Sahas is a dream that we all saw together. So Sahas is a dream which is the closest to our heart now. And I'm sure that with everybody pitching in, will make Sahas a big reality. Sahas is not an advertising campaign. Sahas is a huge commitment from each one of us working at IIHM. So Rupinder, congratulations. It's an honor, privilege, and with great pride, I inaugurate and launch the Sahas chapter with a lot of Sahas myself in the great city of Pune. Thank you very much. Over to you, Rupinder.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a small little video. Amandeep, if you could play the video.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Amandeep.
Pleasure.
That was
I think we lost audio or video.
Can anyone hear me?
Okay.
I can't hear anyone.
I think we
Sorry,
have.
there is a bit technical error. Light went off over there.
With Rupinder, please. We've lost audio.
Okay, it's Kunal here. May I request Abdullah sir to come and then give his views about Sahas. We'll get back to Kurana sir in a minute. I think there's a power failure there.
Oh, all right. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you, Rupinder, and congratulations to you. Thank you, Dr. Bose. As he said, journey of courage, journey of Sahas, and Sahas is a commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely right. It is a commitment from our side of standing with you in these times of the pandemic, letting you know and sharing with you the fact that we are with you. We are standing with you, and we are there to guide you and to mentor you. Now, having said that, this is, again, as Dr. Bose said, is a dream that all of us saw, and, very, politely and nicely, Dr. Bose was kind enough actually to keep 1 crore rupees aside for this, to help students, to motivate them to start their own business. Now, having said that, sometimes, we feel that how do we start our own business? All of a sudden, we were in the third year, we were about to join in June and July into our colleges, into our hotels that have recruited us. Now, immediately, how do we start our own business? So there are, and why do we, we were joining a job. So all those questions come to our mind. So I think the first thing is that the faster we realize the reality, the better it is. You know, at this point in time, across the country, we've got mails where a lot of hotels have postponed the date of joining from June and July to August and September. And we've got about 3 or 4 months in our hands before things start improving, and all of us are looking up for the business to start blooming again in another 3-4 months. So we've got these 3-4 months where we can try, we can come out of a comfort level, and we can try something new. You never know that 5 years down the line, we might be, we might be becoming the next millionaires of the next decade. So it all starts from a step that you need to take. It all starts from the first step that you take towards doing something, coming out of that comfort level, and that's exactly what we want. All the 3 years you've been great, you've been groomed. All the 3 years you've been trained. You've been taught entrepreneurship. You've been told what costing is. You've been told how to run your own business. In entrepreneurships, we've all done our practical. We've all run our canteens and all run our small shops within the college selling food. So we have some idea about running our own business. And of course the exposure that you've got. So now is the time to put that energy and put that exposure that you've been given the last 3 years to test. At the most, what will happen? At the most, if you start your business now, you take some steps, at the most, it'll be 50-50. If you succeed, you'll be the millionaire of the next decade. If you don't worry, we stand committed with you. Even if you're not able to, set up your business for some reason, or you're not able to do it, or you're not liking it, we're there, we're assuring you of a commitment that we stand with you. And whenever the industry gets back to normal, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, we will assist you to get placed again, or to start up your careers in a job. That's not a problem at all. But the reason we want to motivate you to come out and try is till the time you don't try, nothing's going to happen. You have to come out of the comfort of your drawing room. You have to come out of the comfort of your bedroom. You have to come out, you have to try, you have to discuss, you have to ideate, you have to think what to do and how to do. Now the question comes in as to what kind of business can I do? What should I do as a business? Well, I think not necessarily that we are saying that you get only into hospitality. What we are saying is think about a hobby of that you have and try to monetize that hobby. It could be anything. It could be anything. Or try to identify what you like to do, what you love to do. And if you can give a thought, deep thought of about, just sit down calmly and discuss and think as to how you can monetize your hobby, how you can monetize your, the things that, your attributes that make you. Maybe you are very good speaker. Maybe you're good in culinary. So you can look into supplying tiffin services to hospitals. Maybe you can look into, start something. The other day I was sharing with the other group, one of your alumni who is in currently Patna. He reached Patna about 10 days back, and he was speaking to me about 4 days back. And he said that I was getting bored. I just went to 2 hospitals that are nearby his house. And he said that I can supply you home cooked food. And there are 2 meals that I can serve you. One is 70 rupees and another is 45 rupees. And he said that, sir, I'm getting about 12 orders, 12 lunches a day, which is not bad. In about 7 days, if he can take his business to 12 lunches a day, you never know, in about 2 years down the line, he might be doing 2,000 lunches a day. That is how it starts. Every business has started from scratch. Nobody invested 10 crores on day one of his business. Everybody started from scratch. If you read all those stories in the last 100 or 200 years, there are all these rags to riches stories, the stories that started from garage, the stories that started from a small kitchen, the story that started from a bus stop and reached in 5-6 countries selling dosas. It all started from something small. And that's exactly what you need to think. When we say that you start your business, we are not saying you think about 100 crores. You can start your business with as less as 1 lakh rupees, also even less. And that's why we've got the advisory board with us. Thank you to the advisory board who've logged in today with their experience. And all of us are very lucky, and all of you are very lucky to have such kind of an advisory board who will listen to you, who will guide you, and who will tell you whether the idea that you have is correct, or whether you need to ideate more, whether you need to formulate or maybe change that idea a little bit. And you have this kind of a, this kind of experience with you to guide you. And I think you're very lucky. And because of all this, there is no harm in taking a risk for the next 4 months. Anyway, nothing's happening. for the next 2-3 months. Anyway, we are sitting at home. For all, this is what I'm saying, for all those batches, all that batch that's passing out this year in 2020, who were supposed to join in hotels in June and July. Anyway, nothing happens before September. And that's reality. I mean, the faster we believe it, the faster we see it, the better it is. So there's no harm in trying. You never know. And it's not necessarily that you need to do only into hospitality. You can do anything else as well. The other day, I was speaking to somebody, and he said that he's very good in economics, and he himself is studying, but he started taking tuitions in the area, and he's teaching students of class 10th and 11th on economics. So he's trying to monetize his USP. So it's not, and he's doing something else. In college, he was getting bored. He wanted some funds, so he started doing that, and he's doing online. So, you know, you need to think what you're good in, and then discuss the ideas with the advisory board, because that's going to help you grow in life. And there is nothing wrong in trying, because you've got 4 months anyway. So this is the idea of Sahas, guys. You need to take that bold step of doing something in life and coming out of that comfort level. Because success will not be given to you by Harry Potter. Harry Potter is only in the movies. Who comes in with a magic wand, one fine day you open your eyes and you become whatever you want to. Unfortunately, life is not Harry Potter. Life is grilling. You need to really move up. You need to take that first step. And nobody's going to do that for you. Only you. You remember one thing. You're the only one who will cut your birthday cake. Nobody else will. Your neighbors won't cut your birthday cake. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to celebrate your birthday. You need to celebrate your success. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to celebrate you. So if if you know that you've got, everybody has got some attributes that they are very good in, you need to think. That's what you need to think. That's what you need to use the time now to think as to what you're good in and how you can monetize that. So that's all from my end, guys. I think we've got the advisory board today, and all of us are looking forward to listen to the who's who of the industry. And I think I am very fortunate. All of us are very fortunate. All you students are very fortunate that we've got all the advisory board today here who's logging in and will be sharing their experiences with you. Go ahead. Take it. Take this experience. Life is all yours. Keep walking, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sit. Just do something. You've got 4 months. You never know. For the next, maybe after 5 years, you will say, these were the next best. COVID-19 was the best thing that could ever happen to you in your life. Possibly 5 years down the line, you might be saying that. You never know. Go ahead and achieve your success. You drive your car yourself. Nobody else will. All the best. Over to you. Is Rupinder back? Yes, he's back. Over to you, Mr. Khurana.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah Ahmed. I would request my team to take over.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Khurana. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah Ahmed, for all those motivating words. I always hear you, and one thing that comes to my mind is enthusiasm is infectious. Thank you very much, sir, for your words. May I now have the pleasure to introduce you to the advisory board. Let's get the ball rolling. We have a chef with us who believes that cooking is an art. Okay. He always relates cooking to painting. Okay. So like there are different elements of painting which come together, and then we have an aesthetically appealing picture in front of us. He believes cooking is the same art. Okay. We've got a chef who has given us dishes like yellowfin tuna loin and avocado pachadi. Okay. May I have the pleasure to introduce you, Chef Rahul Arkerkar. Chef, over to you, please. If we have the spotlight, please.
Hi, guys. Thrilled to be a part of this. Last year was my first sort of exposure to the exploits of Dr. Bose and IIHM across this country, and with the Young Chef Olympiad, and I had a lot of fun. I've always wanted to be involved with helping kids starting out in this crazy line of work that we do. And I'm flattered to and touched that you asked me to be a part of the advisory board for Sahas. I think it's an incredible initiative, and I'm really looking forward to spending time with the kids and helping getting them going with their ideas. it.
Okay, thank you very much, Chef. Thanks a lot for being here and sparing time out of your busy schedule. Next, we have Mr. Nakul Bhosle. He is the owner of Great State Invokes in Pune. Over to you, Nakul. You can unmute yourself and talk.
Thanks, Kunal, for the introduction. Just a quick thing about Great State Invokes and why Kunal asked me to be here. We are a small craft brewery based out of Pune. We started about 3 years ago now, and this has been the biggest challenge that we have faced so far as a young brewery that started off pretty well. But I just want to say that, I know it's a very repeated saying, but it definitely is becoming true in the case of the beer industry, that a good crisis should never be wasted. And that's exactly what's happening for our industry. We've just managed to get a very crucial policy legislation passed, where now craft breweries are allowed to sell, beer to customers directly in the form of 1 liter to 5 liter growlers. And while we suffered a lot and of course, a lot of our colleagues in the industry are really difficult to survive. This could be this will be a game changer for us. So I think, just wanted to put it out there for all the students who are here that, things will get very tough. And this has been one of those times which we as a young craft beer industry, and we're extremely dependent on the restaurant industry. So we're in the same boat with everyone here, so hopefully collectively we can all get out of this and come out stronger in a few months.
Right, thank you, Nakul. Over to you, Amandeep.
Okay, so thank you, Kunal. So I just stopped Amandeep in between and I said, let me just get in. Yeah, okay. So next we have got a personality with us from IIHM, and let me give a little introduction about this stalwarts who are out here, because I know they are not going to introduce themselves in the way so elaborately as we think the students should know whom they're approaching. So here it's Mr. Pranjal Kunwar. He is the Chief Operating Officer at IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, heading operations for Assam startup The Nest. He is an alum of Symbiosis Institute of Business Management with 22 years of experience in HR, have always been a support for the people who wanted to go ahead and do something in life, create, innovate something in life, which is in alignment with the thought process of our chairman, Dr. Bose. So yes, going back to him, he worked in diverse sectors in top multinational companies like Unilever, Coca-Cola, Right Management, Lifestyle. Before joining IIM Kolkata, he was placed as the head HR for Vodafone Assam in Northeast India. So here we have got him with us with the rich experience of more than 30 years into his kitty. And over to you, Mr. Kunwar. All yours.
Right, thank you so much, and congratulations to all of you for starting this initiative. I think this is the best time to be an entrepreneur, and I would like to congratulate all of you and thank Dr. Bose for starting this initiative, and to announce that he has taken off a burden from the young students' mind that how are they going to fund this fund an idea if they at all have an idea. That is. In my last 2 years of engaging with young minds and trying to convince them that entrepreneurship is the way forward, the first thing that I hear is that how are we supposed to do it? Fund would be a major area to tackle. And when we tell them that you have to start initially with your own capital in whatever way to give this confidence to the investors that yes, you are serious about it, but however that apart, I think these children are extremely lucky to have to be in an institute like yours, where some of these factors have been taken into consideration and tackled. Not only the funding, but also the mentorship. I see a host of very good people from the industry, outside the industry, whom you have onboarded to support these young minds as and when they decide to embark upon their entrepreneurial journey. I think this is a fantastic time. And yes, as Mr. Abdullah talked about, try out anything that comes to your mind, considering that you have a talent in that particular field. Yes, that's the way forward. But also, please, you have picked up certain skills while doing your courses in the institute. Look at the problems around you and try to figure out what you have picked up in the institute and throughout your life, and you have specialized in those areas. How can they provide, or how can you use that those knowledge base to create solutions which would be accepted and for which people would come forward and pay you to use these services, and that's how a startup gets created. I think I'll leave my thoughts here at this point in time with that, and maybe as we engage for going forward, more detailed discussions can happen around ideas that need support. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Konwa. That was excellent. Excellently said. Okay. So we go next on to our lady, as of now, the only lady in our advisory board, lady entrepreneur, Ms. Karen Anand, has always been an asset to the industry, have authored 20 books all around in terms of food and beverage content. She has also awarded the prestigious Food and Spirit Award by the French government, and not many more awards, to say ahead. So not me speaking a lot about her. She herself is an identity by herself. So ma'am, over to you.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Yeah. So thank you. Thank you to Dr. Bose. I'm always amazed at how much the new ideas that Dr. Bose comes up with, that the IIHM team comes up with, and this is yet another one. It's a fantastic idea with a lovely carrot at the end of it for any entrepreneur, any young entrepreneur. And this is the time, obviously, when things are bad and a lot of creative things come out of a bad situation. So I think it's an amazing initiative. I'm very happy to be part of this. Dr. Bose asked me to be part of your initial one when you had the students competition, and this is another one. So yeah, I'm happy to be part of this. I look forward to interacting with young people as an entrepreneur and having started so many things and also closed certain things. It's a journey. It's not always that you succeed on the first thing you start. As somebody said earlier, you have to keep persevering, and finally you will get to success. So there's going to be downs. As we've seen, depression hits people, and I think there's going to be ups and downs of this journey, and I look forward to being part of it in the up as well as the down. So congratulations once again, and let's hope this is a very fruitful journey for our students.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Anand. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being out here. So next we move on to another stalwart of the industry, Mr. Rajneesh Chopra. So a little about him and his journey throughout in the industry for the last 35 years. He is an excellent hospitality professional, started in being with the Taj Group for 10 years, have been moved for opening the pre-opening of Orchid Mumbai as a F&B director, and from there went on to IIG International Hotel Group at Mumbai, again as an F&B director, a 400-room hotel property, we all know it, and then moved on to become the general manager at IIG Goa. And from there, so on and on, worked with the top 5-star hotels of the country, domestic and international, have been training over 85,000 hospitality people, again, all over the world into different aspects, into different prospects for the last 30 years. So we are glad and fortunate that he agreed to be a part of the advisory board to guide the students as to what other steps need to be taken. Not only saying good for everything, but also identifying where you need to stop, take a halt, put a comma, and take the next level. So not talking much about you, more about you, Mr. Chopra. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm absolutely humbled. And my congratulations to Dr. Bose and the team at IIHM. I really wish the time machine can take me back 25 years from now, and I could be part of this journey. Trust me, being from the hotel school and lately in the recent years, interacting with fantastic students of the hotel schools, I have realized that what you are doing, Dr. Bose, is the need of the hour. Absolutely awesome. And I'll tell you, I have been connected with TIE, and when I used to go to these, all the seminars of TIE, they always said that we are only for the tech-enabled industry. And I always wondered why we are not doing it for hospitality. And then when, I got this call, I was actually elated that yes, somewhere we have taken that step, that we at hospitality wanted something to happen in terms of entrepreneur cell, where see what happens is, in more technical form, students get a fantastic knowledge, but what they need in terms of being an entrepreneur, and definitely as the times have changed, we have actually transited from Gen X to Gen Y to millennials and Gen Z. Definitely at my level, I wouldn't have been an entrepreneur because the kind of security in my mind, I came from a different mindset. My dad used to work for the government, so I had a secured kind of a mindset. Maybe the probability of me becoming an entrepreneur was very low. But today, yes, with the kind of social attitudes changing, our full, the minds of generation changing is a fantastic thing to happen. And I'm very much sure that we have absolutely fantastic the panel out here, and I have also seen your panel for the Calcutta. You have very, very learned, panel. I'm sure about it that what we could add is wisdom. This is one thing which is going to be really, lacking, with students. The wisdom is, I have failed a lot, Dr. Bose. I started a training school which closed in 1 year's time, and those failures have taught me a lot. And I wish there was somebody to really, hold my hand. So I think the main responsibility I see that I could be adding is my experience to them. What I could be actually adding value to is the wisdom. The wisdom is only when you are on the shop floor and you actually move into various kind of situations and you come out of them. And secondly, my only point here to young students who are there right now on Facebook Live watching us, trial and error will be very vital in this journey. And second, one more point I will have, if you fail, please fail fast. If you fail, please fail fast. And third is, don't get emotional with failure. I am a huge fan of Rocky series, and it's a very cliched saying. The saying is very cliched that you can be taking a lot of punches, but the beauty will be after taking the punches, how do you really spring back on the ring? So thank you so much once again, congratulations, and my all my best wishes to all the panel of IIHM. Thank you for having me here. I'm absolutely humbled. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very well said, Mr. Chopra. I think we just missed it. So your company, RCHS, has received an award by Consultant Review Magazine in 2017 as one of the top 10 hospitality training companies in India, and also as the top 50 consulting companies by Insight Success Magazine. So thank you very much, Mr. Chopra.
Thank you. Thank
okay.
You. Thank you.
So next we move on to Mr. Alok Singh. So he is again one of the precious diamond that IIHM have been associated with. He has been associated with IIHM few years back, and I think he carried out the tradition and he proved himself over years. And we would know about him, where is your and what is his thought process. So ideally, yes, he is the managing director for the famous Indian Kama Sutra restaurant brand. He got his outlets in London, Edinburgh, and Glasgow. And now He is also into opening up his company and being founder, heading the zozodmc.com. Also the executive board member of different communities globally. So over to you, Mr. Singh.
Hello. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Dr. Bose on his vision for launching Sahas, a dare to do, the courage. Dr. Bose's vision has always been there, thinking about or planning the future with imagination or wisdom. So it's really applaudable. Hearing to Dr. Bose, what he was saying, you should have courage in yourself. You should have passion in yourself. It's all about the gut, grit, and grind. Convert your ideas into reality. You have to execute it. You have to implement it. You have to understand an entrepreneur is not born with an idea. You have to create an idea. So when I was starting up my business and listening to Abdullah sir, when he was saying that a guy in Patna, what he did is that he has now 12 orders. I started my career as the same. What I did was that in my restaurant, when I was there, I started my travel business from there. When a guest came and said that, okay, Alok, you from India. Hi, sir. Hello. Yeah. So what you want to do, this, that. So they were asking me, where should I go? What should we do? So I said, okay, you go to Highlands, since it's a mini version of Switzerland. Why don't you go there? So I started recommending that. So then I realized if I'm recommending that means I have got something that they are asking me. So they said, okay, how do we go? I said, take a cab or take a car. Can you organize a car for me? So I organized a car. So the idea now, he started asking me, how much money do I pay you? Now I realized, okay, here we are talking business. So from that day, the first day in 2011, I started my travel company. Okay, if they are coming here, if they are asking for car, if they are asking me the suggestion, so why don't I do my business? So from that time, I had my idea of developing my travel business. So now you have to have something USP, unique selling point, so that your restaurant sell. Like my name, Kama Sutra. First thing when Kama Sutra comes, oh my God, what's that? But no, you have something unique. So what I did, I'm very well connected with RNIB, Royal National Institute of Blind. That's only the Indian restaurant in entire United Kingdom, which does Braille menu. An Indian restaurant bring a Braille menu. And every Braille day, we do give 200 to 300 packs of foods to the blind people, and they come and they dine with us as well. Then I started doing something. I thought we should do something more. So I started doing menu in 16 different languages. If you go on my website, www.kamasutrarestaurants.com, you'll see 16 different menus like European and this one. So you have to have your idea. You have to create an idea to be an entrepreneur. I have my restaurant, and this time, I know it's facing pandemic time. I was going to open up in Belgium. Unluckily, we were, it couldn't happen just now, but it will, because I've got that means courage. Like Sahas is all about courage. So I was in talk with two of the cricketers. I won't mention the name of this platform, but I'm in talk with two of the cricketers to open up in India. So I come from a very small village, but I should say the people are very lucky to have a Dr. Bose as a mentor over here, because his vision, his ideas is all about means. So I would request and say anyone who would like to develop or want to be an entrepreneur, and if I could be any help, more than welcome. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Those were some really motivating words, and thank you so much. Now, Sahas means courage. And at IIHM, we have this principle that we live by of dare to do, which means having courage up our sleeves all the time in whatever we do. In our guests today, and as one of our honored members of the advisory board, we have a gentleman who really did something courageous. To give you a little background, India is primarily a tea drinking country, and the coffee culture is still evolving. It is, of course, scaled up to new heights. It's still evolving. We have amongst us a gentleman who took up the courage to make sure that the coffee culture that is being set up in India, that is being evolved in India, gets on to a better platform, gets the respect that the coffee culture deserves. So with that, moving over to Mr. Mithilesh Wazalwar, who's amongst us. And sir, over to you.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Great. First of all, thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And it's an honor to be on the panel. I've heard a lot about Mr. Bose and a really great vision. As I was listening, I was just making my own notes as well of what everybody has been speaking about. Let me just start off with a small thing that I started a brand called Corridor 7 Coffee Roasters in a very unorthodox city, I would say, that is Nagpur. You really expect all these things to be happening in bigger cities and metro cities and all. But yeah, I started in Nagpur, my hometown, and my vision has always been that the tagline of Corridor 7 has always been that dreams don't see what address they come from. And I totally believe in that. And that goes in parallel and hand in hand with what Sahas is all about. The solution-oriented approach that Sahas is looking out for is something which is incredible. And I'm really honored to have share my experience of how we started from a small 200 square feet space that I'm sitting right now over here. From here to where we've expanded to a 1500 square feet cafe and a roastery as well. And towards somebody calling me a coffee man of India, which I believe has got a long way to go still, but that feels great. And I have a lot of people in my team who come from IIHM, who are really hardworking, and many of them have come from a different background, who have come from a background where they didn't have much resources, much understanding towards what can be done and what could be done in the hospitality sector. So that is great to see. And I get a lot of inputs from them directly that this is something that has to be inculcated in the curriculum or inculcated with what the new first year, second year, third and final year students can be doing. One most important thing that I would like to add is the hospitality sector that requires an hospitality sector are actually two things. One is the security, and second is the respect. These two things are the things that have been quite missed out, and that is something that I would definitely work on towards getting that over here. Having said that, Mr. Chopra rightly pointed out how hard you can from Rocky movie. It's not about how hard you can hit, but it's about how hard you can get hit and still keep moving forward, and that's how winning is done. So I do believe in that completely, and I'm really happy of this initiative. I look forward to work in this in the coming years as well. So all the best. Thank you so much.
Okay, so excellent, and thank you, Mithilesh, if I could call you by your name. So,
of course.
Thank you so much. So, okay, the next person, unfortunately, he couldn't make it up out here at the last moment, but he has left a message for IIHM, all of you, and the takers, students especially. And I think it would be my moral duty, formal duty to represent him out here. He couldn't be out here unwillingly of no choice. So he is Sagar Kusalkar. He has got 8 hotel brands out here in Maharashtra and owns around 4,500 service apartments, and also the owner founder of Cafe 1730 Kitchen and Bar restaurant, which is opening vigorously out in Maharashtra in chains, and it is going to be, it's whoever is from Pune knows the brand very well, popping up with a very new ideology in terms of the food industry. So yes, that's what he is, and he says out here, he has sent out a mail to our IIHM Pune director, and I've been requested to be reading out on his behalf. He says, I hope all are doing well and safe in this situation of global pandemic. The situation completely demanded to do something different for the future generations, and Dr. Bose absolutely brought out the thought to reality. I'm sure all the students are in the right shelter and would grow very high under the IIHM Pune mentorship. I hope to see some good business proposals to come around. All the best to IIHM brand and to all who are associated with. So I have read out his part. So that's it from the members of the advisory board at the moment. I have already got requests from the stalwarts out here on a personal message. Let's do it and let's think what's next. So, build up a team, talk to us, and let's get together. I'm absolutely thankful and grateful to all of you out being here. Nothing more to say from my side. Over to you, Mr. Khurana.
Thank you so much, Amandeep and Shabnam. I would like to bring in Dr. Bose for the closing remarks.
I thought I've done my bit, Rupinder, anyway. Thank you very much, everybody, for being with us this wonderful afternoon. And we really look forward for your support and commitment of all of us. Very special thank to my friends who are the Board of Advisors. And I'm sure that together we will make a difference in the life of these young people. And that's all that we live and die for. And that's all what Sahas stands for. So thanks very much to my team, IIHM Pune, and the most important people, the students for whom the entire venture have been encapsulated. The students of the IIHM, I think, thanks very much for being with us. Exciting times. They say these are pandemic time, but I think we can really convert this to a business proposal, and that's what entrepreneurs are born to do. And I am here signing off from IIHM Kolkata with a huge thanks to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bose. I would like to bring in Mr. Abdullah Ahmed for the closing remarks. I think he's taking a call right now, possibly. So I shall be proceeding. Now we're coming to the end of the launch ceremony. They say, entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. As Tony Gaskins, who's a motivational speaker and author and a life coach, once said, if you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. So all of you guys, all the students who are watching this, I implore you to take up this challenge, all right? And of course, whatever Dr. Bose has laid out, Sahas is for you. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Bose, who's a true leader who has the capacity to transform vision into reality. I would also like to thank Mr. Abdullah Ahmed and our advisors, Chef Rahul Akerkar, Ms. Karen Anand, Mr. Manish Khanna, Mr. Pranjal Konwar, Mr. Rajneesh Chopra, Mr. Amber Rode, Mr. Nakul Bhosle, Mr. Alok Singh, Mr. Sagar Kusulkar, and Mr. Mithilesh Wazalwar for joining us and pledging their support for the Sahas Pune chapter. And also our internal E-Cell members, not to forget them, Ms. Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, Mr. Kunal Maitre, Mr. Amandeep Singh, Ms. Shabnam Haldar, and of course, the digital team under the very dynamic Mr. Saurabh Chatterjee for the support in making this launch a success. Thank you so much. Stay safe and stay healthy. Over to you, Shabnam and Amandeep.
So I think, sir, it's all said and done. The industry itself has spoken a lot. I think it's a very interesting opening and an equal closing. When we quote the word closing, it's ideally not a very happy word to do it, but I think IIHM, the stronger they start, they equally, with the equal strength, we end the show for now. So we're going to get back to you, ladies and gentlemen, and we would be in touch talk to you very soon. Get on the call after as to what we are going to go to the next step and what we are up to. So I think logging out as of now from IIHM Pune, and see you all very soon. Stay safe, stay